Well, hello there. Welcome to chapter 13 of World's Longest Suicide Note. I had to remember what I was doing. Um, yeah, it's been that kind of day. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to just get started here. But I think what we're going to do today, this is almost done. This situation here is practical done. So I'll be moving on to a different piece here shortly. I don't know about the next one, but we'll see. Definitely be doing something else here. Ding. What was that? Somebody's trying to get a hold of me, but they could wait. This is our time. This is our time. So, today, what are we going to talk about? Today we're going to talk about therapy. Ooh, yeah, that's a great topic. We're going to talk about therapy. And really, I mean, not so much what therapy is in the traditional sense of therapy, but what therapy means to me and really what it should mean to you. And I don't like to say should. I don't like to should on people. You know, you should do this or you should do that. So let's rephrase that. Let's reframe that. And instead of saying should, let's just say something for you to think about, some perspective, and then you could do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so therapy. I have spent, I don't know how many hours. I was trying to do a quick calculation in my head, but my maths aren't mathing. So we'll just move on without that. But many, many hours I spent in therapy, which, you know, I guess I really need to explain what my thoughts are on therapy. Because usually when someone says therapy, that means you're sitting in a chair. In all of my time of dealing with therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, there's never been a couch. I've never been offered a couch to lay on. So I feel like I've missed a part of that experience. You know, it should be like a maroon leather couch and to accent the mahogany bookshelf or something that, you know, that stereotypical. Anyway, I've never, what was that? I don't know what's going on. So apparently there's a ghost in the office. So anyway, back to the therapy situation. I've spent a lot of hours in therapy, and I'm going to be honest I'm sure I've said this before. Therapy has been pretty unimpactful for me as far as like, there's never really been aha moments. It's really been more about managing my depression and anxiety and PTSD, other than having aha moments. And a lot of that is because, you know, for me, I've never experienced the kind of trauma that would lend itself to, you know, the need of regression and to really be pulling those layers back, to have that, oh, this is why this works that way and whatnot. And so I'm coming from a perspective where the traditional talk therapies that many people, you know, use, I for myself have not seen a huge amount of benefit. So it's not something that I'm like super looking forward to, like, oh, I want to go back and into that situation. But when I talk about therapies, I'm really talking about therapeutic. What's therapeutic? And so that's how I want to kind of have everyone thinking about therapy, is that everyone needs therapy for the therapeutic part of it. People should be doing therapy for themselves, and prescribing themselves with different therapies. And what I mean by that is I'm a big fan of the personal toolbox. And what that means is I have generated and developed over my years a set of tools that help me in my existence. And those are my therapies, my therapeutics. And depending on where I'm at mentally, and with time, the time frame, I pull these things out. And they're not, many of them aren't typical therapies. They're not sitting with a therapist or another professional who's talking with me. They're getting massages, getting manicures, pedicures. They're taking walks, sitting in a sauna. What else? Art's a therapy. And so what I talk about a lot with folks dealing with things, and again, I'm not a financial professional. Did I even give my disclaimer today? I don't think I did. Because I usually say, well, I'm Roger, and even though I may be suicidal at times, I am not a professional. I am not a mental health or medical or any kind of professional as it relates to the mind and mental illness. I have a huge amount of experience, and my mental health has been getting worse, and so that's why we're here talking. So when I talk about therapy, I think the generalist terms that I think about is people plugging in to the things that they need at the time that they need them. So resilience is the ability to overcome challenging situations and move forward. And I don't know if that's not the official definition, but I mean, it's close. The whole idea is that we use therapy to move forward and to manage where we're at. And so when I say different, hey, you need, what therapies are you using? Those are self-directed. Now they may be actual talk therapy with a licensed person, with a professional, and that's great. Or they may not. They may be something else that you're using therapeutically to help you improve the depth of the hole that you're in. Where am I at? Okay, we're doing good. So that's what I mean by therapy. And I am the first person to say, look, you need to develop those therapies, meaning that you need to have a toolbox where you keep them and where you have access to them and understand that this is what these things are for. They are primarily to help you get through whatever situation that you find yourself in, and during my day, because where I'm at mentally varies. It's from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. It's like up and down as things are going on. I mean, if it's been a really good day, I may not need any kind of therapies. I may not need to reach into my toolbox and pull anything out. But if I'm having a rough day, I do constant checks and oh, I'm feeling actually worse, or I'm having more anxiety. I need to do a meditation. I need to do, take 5 minutes and close my eyes and listen to some music. Depending on how much time I have in my schedule. And one of the best things that I'm able to do, many people can, I'm very lucky, is that I set my schedule. And when I set my schedule, I leave time in between engagements to where I'm able to access things. And it may just be 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I may have a half an hour. I can go sit at my favorite coffee shop, get some coffee, and read a book or something. Whatever it is, having those things, that's actually one of my favorite therapies, is sitting down at my favorite coffee shop and reading a book. Plus it has the ability to make you smarter, or more informed. It's a win-win. That's a great one. So I think at the end of the day, what I wanted to talk about today is just simply develop some therapies within your life, within your daily schedule, that you can go to, and then authorize yourself to use them. Do a check. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You don't have to act like, your Max Headroom and your computer and you're running diagnostics, kind of situation. It could be really easy. How do I feel? And then being honest about how I feel. And then, okay, do I need something? Because at the end of the day, you're worth it. You're worth the effort to do that. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that that's something that is of great importance. And again, therapies are therapeutic. And if something isn't therapeutic, then it's really not a therapy. And it's not something, if it actually makes you feel worse, you should probably think about that and determine for yourself, like, what is the most important thing. Because this is based on you. And you are in control. You're in control of your therapies. And that means all therapies. Where they're going, what direction they're going. Is this serving a purpose for the greater good of me? And don't be afraid to change things. If you are getting nothing out of something, then by all means, that's serving no therapeutic purpose. I think you get the idea. Which is great. What am I still doing here? I don't know. All right, so we're going to move on from this. I think what I would love for everyone to do is to understand what therapy really is and what that means to you. This was my version of therapy, and this is how I feel. This is how I use it. You need to do that for yourself, and understand. And again, I'm going to say this 50 trillion billion gazillion times. You're in control. Empower yourself to have a voice in your overall experience with mental illness. We always want to give that to someone else. We want to give the authority to someone else, and that belongs with us. It's our responsibility, and to be able to do that. So now I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to leave. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next chapter, which is going to be something else. I don't know yet. We'll see. Have a great day.